Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Hello, Jennifer. It's great to see you. Hello, beautiful. Right back to you. Thank you for joining me today. We started a little bit later, but away we're going to go. So we're going to be doing readings in just a little bit. We always start with a topic of the day. And also, if any questions pop up with spiritual development, stories about your own experiences, and it could be about dreams, it could be about color, energy, psychic experiences with loved ones, whatever naturally comes up. So we just open up this space as we go forward, and then we go into readings, and that's how the Psychic Hour Reading Show works. So I'm Kelly Brickle. I am a psychic medium numerologist, and I've been working for over 11 years professionally. And so I really love bringing this show to the public because it invites me to give back and to share my gifts, as well as just open up discussion for things that I love so much. So I've been doing the show for quite a bit, but I like to every once in a while kind of reiterate what we're about and just what we're going to be doing today. Hello, Sam. Welcome. Everyone coming on in, please say hi. And then later on in the show, when we get into readings, make sure you say, I want a reading, because that lets me know that I can come to you and I can work with your energy. So very much has to be consent, and very much you have to be open to reading to get a reading. Okay. Hello, Kelly. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Right back to you. Hello. And thank you for all the sparkles and shimmering hellos. Everyone is so sweet and kind. Thank you, everybody coming on. And hello, Jennifer. It's great to see you. Hello. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So before we go into readings, we are going into the topic of the day, and that is going to be about building. So spiritually within our life, we can apply these things always to what we are working on in soul development, as well as what we're actively developing in the physical world. And within life, there are the building blocks of nature. Everything's growing, everything is expanding. The universe is expanding, it's infinite. And so to be vital and to be full of life force, I invite you to look at your own life, your hopes, your dreams. So it could just be the inner life of you, or it could be the outer life of you. And what, if you think about it, what are you building? And it doesn't have to be something grand. It doesn't have to be something that you have figured out, but you could be building ideas. You could be building hopes. You could be building dreams. You could be building like feelings and thoughts of, I would like my life to go like this, or I have been working on these things. I am going a step at a time, and I am growing as a person. But when you look at yourself and you go, how am I growing, and how am I actively dreaming and building? What really does come to mind? Because a lot of times, we know kind of what we're working on, but when we look back at it, like, what are you actually bringing forth with your energy? What are you actively saying, this is how I'm living my life, and this is how I'm going to expand my time and energy? And it is good to know that you are doing that. And even if it's just in the beginning stages of how you are connecting to just growing yourself as a person, just keep it up and keep your heart open and keep your dreams open. So it's a really short message. I'm going to put it out like that. But if we're growing, we're healthy. If we're vital, then we can share energy because we have more to give. A lot of times when we are overwhelmed, and the energy has been heavy the last couple of years, a lot of us have been overwhelmed. We find ourselves in a place where I'm not sure if I'm growing, and if I am, I feel very heavy and stagnant, and I feel like I'm in the mud at times. And just remind yourself that you are moving, and just remind yourself that it's all for something. And if it's not all for something, it's time to course correct. It's time to invite yourself to choose, because you always can, even if it's in small ways, even if it's in just baby steps. Okay, so with that said, please, within the heart of building, take the invitation to think, grow, and be, and dream. With that said, we're going to go into readings in just a second. With how I've been building and growing, we have expanded Sacred Spiral Network. So we had a new show today debut with Transcend with Debbie. That was earlier this morning. So I'm really proud to offer that to the network, as well as we're getting some new shows as March comes in and into April. So we're growing, and there's going to be a lot more lovely readers and people within the spiritual community sharing their gifts. So I'm really, really excited, as well as I have a new website. So still tweaking it a little bit, but yeah, so I'm very excited that I can build and share and present with you in this fashion. Okay, all right. So we're going to be opening up the space. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Angela. Hello, Pamela. Thank you, everybody coming on in. We're going to be focusing on psychic readings today and life readings, because this is the psychic hour. So if spirit does naturally come in, I always allow it, but we are going to be focusing a little bit more on life readings. And so please bring your questions, or if you want a general reading, say that, hey, I'd like a general reading. It can be card pulls, numerology, or just tapping into the person's energy, okay? So if you have a preference, you let me know. I am a numerologist, and I do sometimes use tools to tap in. Some people like that. Other people just want me to connect with what I'm seeing and feeling. So that's what I bring to the table. If you have a preference, you just let me know. All right. So I'm going to open up the space. I'm going to go wherever I'm feeling. I'm gonna go to, yeah, I'm gonna go to Kelly. Why not, right? My name is Kelly. So I'm gonna go to Kelly. And Kelly, if you would like a certain type of reading, you just let me know. Or if you're open to a general, you just let me know. I'm gonna go into your energy and just let you know what I'm getting, okay? So I'm just making sure, just scrolling. Okay, so Kelly, what I'm seeing when I'm going into your energy is there is a love for travel. There is a love for adventure. And there's a little bit of an overwhelming feeling of how am I kind of going to get this all together? And I do feel like you have certain priorities first. And sometimes you go, well, that was a close one, but I was able to do it. I was able to get things done. And Kelly, if you're still with me, you can just pop down that you understand this. I'm just making sure everybody's live. If you're not live, then you can just comment back later, or just listen to it later, because people pop in and out. So Kelly, this is something that comes up in your energy. Like, I feel instantly like there are connections to winter in colder places. So I feel like lots of, again, traveling to visit like loved ones are in colder climates. And I feel like not only with family, but also within your personality, I want to travel. And you have this thirst for adventure. And like, it's not just I like to vacation. It's like, I like to actually be on the go. I like to move. So there's this enthusiasm for always looking to do new things, like, but also driving, or even like horseback riding. It's like, I have to be active. I have to be active. And within your life, and if you can understand this, within your life, there is this need always for change. So within the work sphere, and also there's also this need for change also within the relationship sphere. So you're always constantly evaluating, and it really comes back to the feeling of that you do need variety within your life, and it's not a problem to task yourself and to make yourself rise to the occasion of, how am I going to figure this out? Let's get this done. And how am I going to communicate my needs to others? Because the same old doesn't cut it. And so that is with asking for more at work, and also for asking for more within relationships, and not just think this is what, are my cards for work, I better be grateful, or these are the type of men that I am in a relationship with, and I can't change this or I can't change that. And really, it's not about changing people. It's just about you enacting change within your own life and starting those conversations. So this is the number one thing that comes in. I think Kelly popped out. I don't see her. And the invitation is to push yourself and to get the funds, and actually pushing yourself is going to teach you how to continuously make more money, and to actually get your friends excited to help support your adventures too. But when we get overwhelmed, sometimes we go, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. And actually, you keeping your brain busy opens up opportunities, even if it's by the last minute, or a little bit of magic that helps you get to where you're going along the way. Okay, so I'm going to go to, let's see, I was going to choose for Pamela. Okay, so I'm going to Pamela, and Pamela, I see 1111 all the time. Okay, cool. So let me know if that's what you want me to dive into, or I can talk about that and do some general readings with you. Hello, Pamela. I see you here. Thank you. And so you see 1111 all the time. Okay, cool. Wonderful. I love questions like that. I'm a numerologist. You've come to the right place. So 1111, it's a repeating number sequence. And sequences are master vibrations, and they're considered very important in numerology and learning about vibration with, because it means there's a pattern. There's a pattern that happened not only once, but in this case, 4 times, 1111. Okay, and so that number sequence, it's very easy to figure out because you just add them all together. But that's a 4 vibration as well as an 11 master vibration. And so there's a message within that with the numerical vibration. But also, one of the most important things within numerology is, if you see repeating numbers, it is an activation. It's basically saying, you paid attention at this point, so there's alignment. You paid attention at the exact moment there was this pattern within the universe, so you are in touch with the universe. You are in alignment now. You are activated. You are clearer, you are sharper, and thus at this moment you are more open to receiving messages. So it's a reminder that you're opening up, and it's a reminder to pay attention. So it's your guides reaching out to you, your higher self, as well as the reminder to continue to be open, and things are moving, so you're going to be okay. All right. So when you see specifically 1111, it is the message of the way is opening. 1 is about new beginnings, and when you have multiple ones like that, it's like doorways opening and saying, it's all clear, let's go. So it's an invitation to actually find this next part of you, and that things are going to be easier than you would expect. The resistance is not going to be the same. The rules are new, and thus the ease is going to be new as well. Open doorways, that means easy energy or assistance with the newness. So invitation for fresh starts. Okay, so if you're seeing 1111, it is the reminder of there's newness coming. Be open to it. You are clear and you are activated. All right, so let's go into readings for you, Pamela. All right. All right, I'm just going to go into your energy. Okay. So I do feel like, Pamela, if you can understand, there has been emphasis on self-development. There's been emphasis on working on yourself in a physical way with health, and also within your spirituality, within your mind, and being more peace, being more at center, okay? And so both of these things have been doing actually really good things within your life, and you do feel like you are not only in a motivated place, as opposed to definitely 2 years ago, definitely 3 years ago, but you are in a place where you're like, yeah, like I feel like I'm empowered in a way where I actually believe I can make some of these changes, and life actually is getting better. Okay, so there's the belief it's working and the commitment. Okay, so there is a commitment at play where I've agreed to start these things, if you can understand this. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. And I'm just going to leave this up. Also, they're letting me know that since there are so many different changes happening, just to pat yourself on the back, because like one of the things that you've been working on with like physically doing more things for yourself is like trying new things. Okay, so like getting out of the house more. It's almost like stopping and smelling the roses, like being more appreciative of life. They're taking me to like flowers, but also to like tall grass, and it's like I want to be in nature, I want to appreciate, I want to enjoy. But then they're also making me aware of like sometimes I'm not able to do this as much as I want, and sometimes I'm not pushing myself, or I need more bravery to actually try new things like activities, or meet new people. Okay, so there's an invitation basically to push yourself and to do it gently, just one foot in front of the other. Opportunities will be there for you, like social opportunities as well as trying new skills. So it's not always as obvious as I'm going to work on my health and I'm going to work on spirit. Spirit actually helps us work on our spirituality and our development through other people. So it's inviting you to get out there and inviting you to have those chance encounters. And every chance encounter you can say, yes, that sounds good. You know, I'm feeling the energy of this person, or I think I should do that. Or it's, hey, I'm you know, I'm glad life is interesting, but this one doesn't feel right for me, and I'm not going to be involved within this. So the reminder of you have choice, and that's how you're empowered. And Spirit wants you to get out and about and actually take on some new skills. And kick things up socially to actually help further your physical grounding and how Spirit's going to use you. Okay, so Pamela, hope that makes sense. All right, all right. I'm gonna go, and remember, so I see a lot of people coming on, and if you want a reading, you have to say, I'm open to having a reading, or I want a reading, and that's how I go to you. Thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Let's go. You mentioned you want a business-related reading, and thank you. I really appreciate it with the growth inspiring comment. Always working hard in one way or another. Sometimes, you know, even when you're resting, you're working hard because you're gearing up your energy. Okay. And that's something I want to just remind everybody. Okay, so let's go into business for you, Jennifer. Oh, okay, all right. All right, so I'm just getting in the energy. All right. All right, I want one more. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So there's a lot going on here within business. There's a lot going on here. So I got the times are changing card. I pulled some cards as well. And the times are changing card lets me know that there are things that are not on schedule, are not going to plan. And so that means it's because things are getting kicked up for something different. Okay. When we have things on schedule, it could be our own plans, or it could be like the plans that we are part of regarding other people, whether it's like a greater business or, other people that help bring things to fruition. And with this in play, it's saying, hey, things are going to not be according to timelines the same way, whether it's the day to day, month to month. Okay. So that really comes into effect strongly. And it's like, like when you see like a weather vane and the winds are changing, and it's like in Mary Poppins, the winds are changing. It's like letting me know that there's a change in direction energetically, and your energy has been prepped for it prior, but right now you're going to kind of scratch your head and just be like, well, I did know things were going to be different. Okay. So allow for that to kind of spin a little bit and adjust for new energies. As you go forward, it is letting you know that you are going to take things more into your own hands, and it's going to require you to work really hard and to be under pressure. It's going to require you to go, okay, I can have something better, excuse me, but it's going to take definitely some stress and strain and toll, but I think this is going to give me what I want. This does involve breaking away from one's like a business relationship or partnership or job related, because I'm in this realm, so I am addressing job and business and all these things together. It does involve breaking away, tearing away, and taking more ownership for how you're making money, taking more ownership for how that you are using your skills to acquire money. So it does require, I need additional time for me to make sure I have like my head on straight and knowing where I want to go. A lot of this was put into effect over the course of, well, I'm going to say it like this. I feel like the last 2 months have been very significant. It goes beyond that, definitely. But within the last 2 months, if you can understand, like your heart has really steered you back into a direction of, I need to take care of myself. I need to do this for me. And I'm going to love myself in a way where then I get to be more clear-hearted, more minded, more spiritually attuned to really tackle this the right way with true clarity, because this has not been an easy decision or a series of easy decisions within business. So if you can understand that within the last 2 months, things have gotten more clear, you've been in a more heart-spaced place, had more mental clarity to really go forward within this. Okay, thank you for understanding. And going forward, it is, I'm just going to say it one more time, it is about change, and you will be partnering with different people and different energies in this regard. Okay. All right. All right. Lots of love to you, Jennifer. Jennifer's awesome. All right. So I'm going to go to Tina. And let me... All right. All right. You're welcome, Jennifer. You're welcome. Just monitoring here the comments. Let's see here. All right. And I'm sure everybody knows this, but if anyone's trying to DM you for like readings or anything, like all this is free. And all this is directly through myself, like whoever's hosting Sacred Spiral. So there's people duplicating accounts and asking things, so don't respond to that. If you have any questions, just respond directly to me, whether it's here after the show, but I don't contact you, you contact me. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, so don't let anyone contact you. All right, because I'm just seeing some people trying to do that right now, so I've removed them. Okay, so Tina. All right, you are open. All right. Let me just tune in. Okay. All right, so I feel like, Tina, if you can understand this, there has been like a lot of stress, and I'm feeling it within the new year. Okay, so it just feels like I'm exasperated. I'm stressed. I can't really, get along with the people around me, and I do feel like it's within close quarters. So there's these situations of clashing of the minds, and being really frustrated with people who normally would support you. Um, and there's a series of, it's affecting kind of the way that I normally do things. So I do feel like things are more topsy turvy, and um, things because of that are being played very safe, if you can understand that, Tina. Like, you're not really mixing things up because there's an overwhelming feeling. Um, and again, there's like some similar themes here. You can understand this. Thank you. There's an overwhelming theme here where, like, it is time. It's kind of like what we talked about prior. There's reasons why, other people are being read before you, because there's not exact themes, but similar themes. But it's like, this is a break in the energy where there's things gonna tear apart, where it's not going to be comfortable, but something has to change. So relationships are going to have more distance, and there is going to be really like a struggle to do that, because there is so much struggle now. So I would just honestly prioritize your own energy as you're figuring things out, because you kind of can't control what's going on within, like, what you're receiving from your end. Okay, so it's about, as you let things go, give the person space to try to see things like clearly, because it is so emotional to go, what's really going on with this person, and with this space, are they in the capacity to figure things out so this can get better? How does it look like for me as I just apply a little bit of self-healing to figure this out on my end without being so entangled? So there is some of that that's really needed. And because of that's happening right now, it's like talked about, it's kind of like we're not breaking out, we're kind of doing the same thing, same routine, we're not mixing things up. And it's an invitation later on, not now, because things are difficult now, and that's okay. That's part about being human. But it's an invitation to say, when you feel stronger, and that will come up, give it time. You can start looking at things with how you want to go forward, and asserting, this is what I need, very clearly. Okay. And then I'm just making sure. There we go. Just making sure I get that person out of here. Okay. And let's clean this back up on screen. All right. And so it's about taking, once you're strong again, having the accountability for saying, this is my life, and I do have what I need to now ask for this and do this. Okay. And that will come in time. But right now there is a phase, and to kind of help to ease that phase, there's a mixture of distance self-healing, and also, and when I say distance, it's like, if you're in the same house as somebody, or if you see somebody often, you can go for a walk. You can go into a different part of the house. There has to be some type of, all right, I'm in my own energy right now. Okay. So that's what I mean when those things come up. But it's an invitation to really do some things for you, and to get back in your energy, and to do things that are fun for you, to do things that inspire you, to do things that, if you can get like a couple of extra money on your side, to actually do things that are making you happy, and like taking you out of that energy. So it's like, now's the time, because it is so serious, not to actually be serious, but to have a little fun. But you're gonna have to cultivate that for just yourself, and it has to be something connected to your soul. Okay. So a lot of these things are going to be evened out in time. Just really take care of your health. Do good things for you. And at this time, you can't completely control what's going on because other people are involved with these stresses. Okay. Okay. I hope that makes sense, Tina. All right. All right. All right. So I'm going to all right. I'm just kicking some of the people, trying to talk to other people for readings. That's what I'm doing. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go to Sam. Sam, I'm gonna see what I can get. Again, I'm not focusing on spirit at this time. Thank you though. But Sam, I'm going to let you know a little bit about what I get because you are asking. Hi Sam. All right. Okay. So, all right. I'm just seeing kind of what comes up naturally. If grandma comes up naturally, I'm just being honest, where I'm just, if my energies are in other places, they're in other places. So just putting that up first. I do feel like if you can understand this with your grandma, though, as I do feel a little bit of the energy connected to you within this. I do feel like there were some health issues. I do feel like there was a very close relationship between the both of you, and I feel like grandma would have been a very strong personality. If you can understand this, grandma would have been a very strong personality, and she would have been rather specific about what she wanted. She would have been rather to the point with what she wanted, and the relationship between the two of you was very much like, I'm going to protect you, but also I'm going to make sure that you are like, in a way, it's kind of like there's like a disciplined edge to grandma. Okay, there's a disciplined edge to grandma, and I don't know if that goes back to how she raised one of your parents, but there's a discipline of, I'm gonna make sure that you are a certain way. Okay, so keeping you in line. If you can understand this, you say she saved me. Can you understand that would resonate with what I'm saying? She like made sure that you were in line in order to save you. It's like she had to like make sure that and I'm just gonna say it. Maybe this makes sense. Okay. It's a funny word, but it keeps coming on in. It's like I had to like make sure that in order for Sam to be in control, I had to kind of be a little bit in control of Sam. Okay, so that was coming in prior, and I was just like, how do I tell somebody that? I don't want to tell someone like they wanted to be in control, but it's like grandma needed to do that. Grandma needed to assert herself in that way, and that was the relationship, and that was the way that a lot of trust was cultivated, because it wasn't because it was for controlling. It was because of love, and I'm going to show you and I'm going to guide you, and it really gave you a turning point within your life. You're in a place where there's a lot of review currently of, this was my life, and I'm still coming out of my darkness, and I'm still figuring out where I want to go, and there's still a lot of darkness, if you can understand that, still a lot of healing, but you've learned so many techniques to help balance that. Like, I think, like, when I say that, you're very good at meditation. You're very good at like having these access points to inside of you, and to understand why you're so sensitive and why you've experienced the things that you have. And I feel like, we talked about a rough childhood. Okay. But even though you were in a rough childhood, and if you can understand you grew up in not the best neighborhood, it was like you were able to see things and know things like around you even when you were young, and you didn't really always know what to do with it, and other people didn't know what to do with you, and you were very frequently misunderstood because of that. And so you kind of just wanted to forget things and go numb, and that happened like very early. And you get yourself into situations because you tried to be yourself, and that didn't really work, so you tried to kind of for a little bit forget about being yourself, and then that had consequences. And now that you're coming back into yourself and there's a lot more reflection and power, like grandma and grandpa, honestly, and I see there's uncles involved. There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of pride in the fact that you have been strong and you're still fighting the good fight. So there's a lot of cheering for that, and there's a lot of if you can understand this too, you're not the only person to have fought some of these battles within the family. So they're just like, we're fighting for you, we're fighting with you. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So if you can understand some of the things that I'm saying, but right now, so can you understand there has been difficulties with other men within the family? So these are this kind of things that I'm saying. You have not been the only one to go through some of these things. It wasn't always talked about. But there's a lot of love within the family and the spirit world encouraging you. Can you understand how there's been you've been looking for or just recently had a new job? There's been a job change, new job. Can you understand this? Okay, so you said yes to the thing that I just said, so I'm just making sure I can understand too as well, Sam. But there is acknowledgement of a celebration, emphasis of there's been a change within job, and job is going well. Okay, so if you can understand this, there is an opening up in that sphere. Keep going, keep going. There's also an acknowledgement of I'm seeing books and research and learning. Okay, so you're doing what you need to do to continue to take steps for your betterment, and this is within learning, within jobs. So there's a lot of like, you are shaping your life, your mind is clear, your intentions are clear. It's still hard, but your intentions are right where they need to be. And grandma is Nan, excuse me, is very proud, very proud. And she's saying that, you're finding your own way, and she was very specific in how she did things, and she's saying you're finding your specifics too. So if you can understand this, there's been emphasis with actually choosing what you would like to do forward within career, not just I've gotten a job to make money, but I've actually chosen now a topic or a subject that I would like to further try to make money with, a specific skill, a specific thing that I'm cultivating. Okay. You can understand this. I'm a barber, but I'm looking to, okay, but you can understand how you are shaping. So you're going from a barber to something more specific and working on a skill, and you're figuring out how to do that. She wants to talk about how she's so proud of you for not just doing what is easy, but for finding something that is specific to you, that makes you happy, and going after it. She's very proud. She is very happy. And she says you have the fight within you. Okay. You have the fight within you. So apply that fight to the good stuff. Okay. You said you're not ready yet. I've lost everything. Nan is reminding me and how you're progressing within your life. You've gained from where you were. You've gained everything. I know you're still gaining, and yes, you're accounting for losses, but your mind is so clear, and you are connected with spirit. You're connected with your purpose. Little by little, you're saying, this is for me. This is not for me. Also, I feel like you've been standing up for yourself within people and friends and saying, no, I don't want to be a part of this, or trying to encourage people to make better choices. So you've really gained a lot of spiritual fiber and power and purpose within your life. And really, really, this is just a little bit of a dip in the road. And I keep getting like, if you can understand how there's an Irish connection to your side of the family, can you understand how there's an Irish connection to the side of the family? And I feel like this would be connected to mom's side. Can you understand this? Irish connection, mom's side. And I have to kick somebody again. People are all right. Just making sure we're getting all the people trying to. Right. I don't know. Okay. Well, I do feel like if you can look into that, I keep getting a feeling of Irish connection to within your family. And I'm actually hearing somebody with an Irish accent. So Spirit is giving it to me multiple times that I have to ask. So if you can look into family tree, and to understand that Irish connection, okay? And it's talking about being a fighter and not backing down and knowing what you need to do. So keep going, okay? Keep going, and there is a lot of things that you have gained, and I know you've lost a couple things currently, but there's a lot of things to gain, and Nan is encouraging you as you go forward. You're finding your way. You found what you want to do. She celebrates you, okay? All right. All right. Thank you so much. And Tina, before, thank you for understanding. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lots of love. Okay, so we're going to go to someone else. We're going to go to someone else. Just go to, just monitor the comments. All right. All right, we're going to go to Zoe. Zoe, she was up top. Zoe, and Zoe, if you're still in here, just let me know. Thank you so much, Jennifer. You rock. You rock. Thank you. There is, and Sam, I'm just going to say that there's someone connected with of Irish descent, and I could have been wrong with the side of the family, but the woman that was talking to with Irish descent was a female. Okay, so please look into that if you can in some way. Okay. All right. So Zoe. Okay. So Zoe, can you understand that if you're in the room? And people are popping in and out. So if you can understand, I'm getting a card, and it's helping to open up the energy about moving forward. And so it's about like travel, moving. Can you understand that there has been a recent move and there has been a recent relocation? So Zoe, if you're still in here, if you're not still in here, and I'm going to give you a quick message, and then I'm going to go to someone who's still in the room. So there's acknowledgement of the need for rebuilding, the need for making sure everything is in place within the new confines and the new contexts of where you're at. And so it's about kind of reasserting what's valuable to you and what's worth spending your time and money on, okay? And there is a message, kind of a double message of make sure you're honoring what you already have. And if you look around, whether it's in the boxes from the move or the things that you're unpacking or the things that you put away, but look around and you actually have some of the things that you're thinking about buying now, and you have some of the things, and you actually have access already to some of these things. I keep saying things, but it's like you've been thinking about buying more jewelry. You actually have some of these things already within the boxes. I know that sounds fun. You know, it's like kind of like a story at times where it's like, oh, I need some new pants, or I need some, a new shirt. Like, and then you go and you look in your closet and you go, I already have this, or like, oh, I really need a new golden watch or bracelet, right? And it's like, did I really need that? and then you take that money and you go do something that really makes you happy instead. Okay, so it's like you have what you need, take into account what you need, and really find out what's worth it. And then you don't have to go, well, I did a lot this month. It's like I have exactly what I need, and now I get to do this too and that too, and it's all kind of working out. Okay, so that comes in. I hope that makes sense if you watch back later. Okay, so again, we're gonna do one more for somebody who is here. You have to say, I'm open to a reading if you're coming in. So I'm gonna do Kara. All right, so Kara. Okay, Kara. All right, this is good. Okay, so Kara, I really like the fact that I'm getting a lot of energy connected to you, that it's like the physicality of who you are is kind of in good motion, and you've put forth efforts, and the efforts are paying off. But it's like, how can I say, you're doing all the things where you're moving and you're making the efforts, and everything's in flow. But then when I go, oh, okay, how's your heart, how's your mind, you're still kind of overthinking things. You're not 100% knowing that things are working out. And it feels like the support system around you isn't exactly the greatest, so it's multiplying how you feel about that. Okay, and really your energy is actually looking good, just despite, like, I don't know how I feel about things. And it's inviting you to continue to keep opening that up. So it's inviting you to actually, and I say this a lot within readings, but I really see it. Like, I get these like symbols where people have to kind of like go out and spend a night out on the town or sign up for a class. It's like Spirit wants you to get out there and live life. Okay, we're so much a society where we're on our computers or we're at home, and we're so much sometimes content with being comfortable, and we can do so many things from the comfort of our own space, that Spirit does really push people to go, hey, you need to try this, like spend a little money to get outside the house and try this, do that. It will help reset you, will help make you feel not so anxious. When we're stuck in our house for too long, we get anxious. Okay, so I feel like things are moving forward, but there is an invitation to be less anxious, and there's an invitation to actually practice to do that with pushing yourself with the new experiences that you already know that you want to do. Like, you already have like a list of things that you can understand of, if I could, I would do this, or it would be nice to do this. You already know what you want to do. That's what needs to happen. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself that it's going to go well to do that. Okay, so Kara, does this make sense as I'm encouraging you to get outside the house more, try more things, that you've been in a healthy, better place, but you still are working on believing if you're doing the right things, and your support system needs to be a little bit better regarding that. Can you understand this, Kara? Kara. People are popping in and out. Kara. Okay, good. Thank you. There you go. Thank you for responding. I know sometimes it's like a response isn't needed. I understand that, but I just want to make sure that the message was sent. You're going through something challenging and you're really working on getting outside your head. Well, with what I'm seeing, where let's focus on this. Yeah, it was showing me right away that getting outside of your head and having confidence, and the feeling of not trusting yourself is very, very much there. But actually, everything that you're doing is helping you move towards where you need to go, and you're in a such better place. It doesn't feel like that, but you're actually able to do things much more quickly than you did before. It might have taken months to feel like you could be able to do things before. And now it's like, maybe we can get this done in a couple of weeks, or maybe we can try this on this day, or yeah, I think I can do that. So do you understand how it's so much more different, even though the results sometimes within our head go, well, what results? I'm still working through it. But honestly, there's so many different strides forward, and I feel like your routine. So if you can understand with your daily routine, and for me, daily routine equals health. If you can understand that your daily routine has been a lot more healthier, and so you're in a better place in multiple areas where you're able to actually have change within your goals, even though it doesn't always feel like that. Okay, so I'm trying to encourage you, and I'm trying to also let you know from the spirit world, they keep like highlighting, okay, be brave, try this, it's gonna go really well, you're gonna meet really kind people, you're gonna get really excited, like you want more of things, because you go, well, this is life, this feels good, I can do this. Okay, and it doesn't have to be like I push myself all the time. It's just I go a little bit here, I go a little bit there, and it feels really good. And I'm gonna trust that, like, I deserve this, and I'm gonna trust that it gets easier in time. Okay, so I do really feel like everything's going in the right direction. I really do feel like that. Believe in yourself. So I'm going to say that with a lot of love and give you a hug from afar. And everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being with me on the Psychic Hour reading show. I will see you next week for more readings. I will definitely be popping in on Friday. I'm going to be doing the Numerology Hour on Friday. So that is all numerology readings with months and days and even names. And so we have a lot of fun with that style. So with that said, thank you so much for being with me here today, and for being with me earlier with Debbie. So yeah, I'm catching up on some sleep with all the projects, but thank you so much. I will see you very soon. And with that said, please go with love, luck, light, and don't forget to live. Take care, everybody. See you soon.